Dr. Alicia McPherson. I am a naturopathic doctor from Canada, and I run online wellness programs for very high-performing, ambitious women targeting weight loss, hormone balancing, and stress management.
So let's go into right from the get-go. Where were you? You know, you came into working with me. I think it was October of 2019. Where were you there? Where were you at that time? And where are you today? Both from a revenue perspective, a business perspective, a mindset perspective. What has been, it's been what, 8 months, I guess? What has been the transformation from where you are then to where you are today? From, I guess, many levels.
Yeah, before I started working with you, I was making around like just under 20K a month, hustling, like grinding away, always on social media, like always writing posts. It was just a never ending cycle of work, 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 work all the time, every day, like 7 days a week. And so throughout the last 8 months, just my ability to have freedom has significantly improved. Like being able to go on vacation and crush a 15K week was like mind blowing that it was even possible. I didn't do anything at all. And last month we hit our highest month which was around 64,000. So huge increase. And it's just been steadily increasing as we go. And I don't see a limit to it. I just see myself continuing to expand while not putting in the time you would think it would take to double again.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
still working hard, but I have that freedom, which I never had before.
Well, and I also think that is an interesting point because your business isn't based upon all these launches and like this up and down. This is consistently month after month happening. You know, what have you seen as maybe a couple of the mindset shifts that you experienced that were required to be able to go from, you know, under 20, essentially tripling, more than tripling. And, you know, and I think, you know, very soon you'll have doubled again, if I have anything to do about it. So what do you feel are some of the mindset shifts from that 15 to 20K to now, you know, tripling in you know, less than 8 months?
Yeah, the 15, 20K was very much still imposter syndrome, a little bit of fear of failure, a fear of success, to this place that it's now, how do I lead a team and motivate and empower people and influence people? So it's very much the mindset around that and making sure that I have a team that's aligned with my values and patience and understanding and connection and really trying to motivate and empower people, which has been very difficult for me. And then the other mindset thing is just trying to find connections as much as possible because it can be so isolating. This is something I've struggled with, not only in business, my whole life is just being so motivated on my goal. I isolate myself and I realize I have to stop doing that if I want to continue growing as a person, as a business owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a big one for so many people. What, in working with me and you know, having me as a mentor, what were some of the biggest things that, you know, I guess impacted you that I was able to actually help you with? What you know, yeah, for somebody listening, this might be valuable, also valuable for me because I love asking the question and understanding what it is so I can get better and better at what I do. But what were the few things that you know, really maybe impacted you the most, or were, you know, the most kind of profound from a, you know, results perspective for you?
Yeah, it was the systems in place for not hustling to find clients all the time. It was just a consistent lead generation. People are finding me every day. My inbox is full. My support email is full. I always have clients, not just clients, but warm leads coming in. Before, they were very much cold. They didn't know who I was. They just saw an ad and was clicking on it. Now they come in and they know me, my life story. They know about my dogs. They know that my dogs got sprayed by a skunk 2 days ago. They know. And so it's a lot easier to ask for that sale because they're already very much bought into me, my methodology. They understand. Before, they never did. It was a grind to get them to get to know me. So just the closing rate is a lot less time now. And the consistent lead gen of hot leads is one thing. Other things I've learned from you, so many. Where to go? To take a break. To take a break. I think one of the first things that I wrote down in my book, when you're like, how many hours are you working? Okay, you need to take a break, like every 8 weeks at least, a change of scenery, something to reset your mind. That's not only helps my lifestyle, but also my relationship with my partner, and not being on 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's so critically important. From a lifestyle perspective, how has having a business that's doing, now more than $500,000 a year, and soon to be $1 million a year, how has that impacted your lifestyle? And how is it to feel like, oh, you now have, you have money, in the bank, you're not in a place of debt, you're not in a place of these things. How does that feel emotionally to you? And then like, how has that changed your day-to-day lifestyle and the way that you look at the world?
Yeah, huge. Well, one big thing is I was able to retire my partner who's like 26. He worked this very labor intensive, labor heavy job, always construction working, and exhausted. He was traveling 45 minutes downtown Toronto every day. He was terrible. He hated it, but he did it to help me get through school, to get through medical school. And so that month where we had our wedding, we came back and I said, you're done. And he was able to just leave that. He works for the business now, kind of, but also he is outside swimming and gets to have his own tree farm and do all these things that he really wanted to do. So it gave us that freedom to just have him step away from a job that he hated into something that he now, whatever he wants to do, he can do. So it's cool being that sugar mama. And
yeah, well, you know what, I think it's the greatest thing that you can do. The same thing that happened when same with Libby, and Libby had a very successful business, my wife, and she had $1 million plus business. But when it really came down to it, that wasn't really like her drive. That's not really what she really wanted to do. And the way I always what I always sort of look at it is, I feel like the universe takes care of, when the universe takes care of you, you really just want to take care of the people that are around you. And the first person that is your significant other. And then it's your family, and then it's your community, and then it's the world. And that's why, I'm such a big believer of, being able to have a successful, profitable business, because it allows you to do those things. Because, he's going to find, whether it's not as your business or something else, he's going to find what he really wants to do. And that gift of giving someone the ability to know exactly what, and to actually wake up and be excited about your due, when so many people don't do that. I mean, I don't think there's anything more exciting than being able to allow your significant other, no matter if you're a man or a woman, to be able to go and do that. That is pretty much the coolest experience there is on the planet, in my opinion. Yes. That's so cool.
It definitely is. And also the other way our lifestyle is upgraded is just having that ability to travel. And when I was traveling, when I was broke, like broke too, but it was, really broke traveling, just terrible. Your parents would not be proud of what you did, but now it's a great experience. You get to see amazing things. You get to go where you want to, maybe not right now, but you get to travel and do the things that you want and not feel bound by that money, which is my thing since I've been little, is I don't have enough money to do what I want.
Yeah. 100%. It is a very different experience, traveling, when you don't have to worry about how much it costs and you don't have to think about it. And it's a lot more fun. It's definitely a lot more fun, because I did some of the broke traveling too. Maybe not as intense as many people have done it, but I guarantee you, it's a lot more fun when it's 5 stars all the way. So for somebody that's being like, hey, you know what, I don't know if I want to work with Scott or his mentorship program or whatever it might be, what would you, because you were definitely ready. you were ready. You were ready when you were on the phone. You had your credit card out, ready to
Lined
do
up.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. You had your credit cards out, ready to go. But somebody that's maybe skeptical, have done the online, don't know me as well, haven't followed me as long. What would you tell that person that's like, yeah, you know what, I want to scale my business. I don't know if this is the right call for me. What would you tell that person, having been working with me in different capacities now for 8 months?
Yeah. Well, the results speak for themselves, right? You want to double, triple what you're making. It's a no-brainer. You want the freedom in your life. It's not that let's hustle 60, 80 hours a week to get where you want to go. It's, hey, let's do things a little smarter. Let's do them a little bit more efficient. Let's set up these systems that we know work. No brainer if that's a lifestyle you're looking for. And then you do a fantastic job at piecing in the mindset, right? Having that resilient mindset, having the mindset that allows you to build a successful business, but feel so calm doing it and feel so secure and like in your happy place. My natural state is very calm, chill, down to earth. When I was stressed out in my business, I'm irritated, I'm snapping at people. So you've also brought me to understand that it doesn't have to, if I want to grow, I don't have to sacrifice my mental health for that.
Yeah, most people don't get that part. Um, one last question, because a lot of people sometimes, get scared with this. You went from, not spending that much money on paid advertising and omnipresence to, spending more, and we're still working on spending even more. What was your experience when you implemented omnipresence? What's your experience? Well, emotionally, what did you go through when you started spending more money on ads, more money than you would probably ever have thought you would ever spend on advertising? What was that process? What was that emotional process like for you?
When you told me to up my ad budget, it was instant panic and fear. And can I do this? Do I want to do this? Should I believe him? Is he lying to me?
You're
Internally, I
gonna have
knew
a
no.
back deal with Facebook just to get all your money.
Yes, but no, it was very much intuitive. Yes, this is what I have to do, and you just guiding me and solidifying that yes, this is what you have to do. It's working, Alicia. It's working. You just need to up that ad budget. Omnipresence changed everything for me, and having my leads super warm and ready to go. So that was huge. And then just having that, again, that voice saying, yes, it's working. Let's move. Let's grow. Let's scale it. And that push I needed, right? Because sometimes you'll stay in that nice, comfortable zone. You're like, I'm doing fine. You want these big, audacious goals. You're not quite sure if you're going to move too fast and break it. And you saying like, you're good. You're fine. Go.
Yeah. No, it's such an important step, and you kept on increasing your ad spend, and you kept on increasing your income, and your profit margin's been doing great. So I'm excited for that. Well, thank you for taking the time to be here, and